There is lots going on in Marvel Strike Force next week with DD8, the return of Old Man Logan, and lots of other events. So if you want to know the initial impressions on what you've got to hoard over this weekend to smash the events free to play, then join me in this video. What's going on, everyone? I'm BPG and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I make at least 2 Marvel Strike Force videos every single week, usually based around the events within the game. Sometimes I get a chance to sprinkle in other videos as well. So if you find the content in this video helpful, please do consider giving it a like, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any more BPG content. And if you're new around here or not, why not hit a comment down below? I love to speak to each and every one of you in the community. So in the news this week, hold on, BPG became a YouTube partner. Yes, that's right. Big piece of news Monday. Thank you to every single member who has subscribed to the channel. All of you guys who comment each week, liking the videos. Massive shout out also to Boylon, who gave my Monday video a little bit of a push on his Discord as well. Massive thank you to him there. I've finally gotten over the 1,000 subscriber mark. Like I said, thank you to all of you. I am busy now thinking how I can do something to mark that 1,000 subscribers. I'd like to do something to give back to you guys in the community. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll have something coming up, I'm sure. We also had Battle World and Null announced. We had this wonderful little picture right here with Null and also Blade. And whilst we're on that, there was also a announcement from the envoys of Dark Dimension 8 and a very weird half-baked Blade announcement. Just, you know, a couple of pictures, like a teaser almost. But it was very, very weird. The timing of it was very, very weird as well. But we won't go into that. We also had 2 promo codes released. I'm going to leave them down below in the video description. They were free claims or free codes. So you go to the new player gift section on the Marvel Strike Force website. Make sure your account is linked with the Marvel Strike Force website, and then you can put these codes in and you will get the freebies that come from them. And so this weekend we have another weekend of Weekend Arena Warriors. Now, I was pretty sure in the data mine somewhere there was something about a Blitz event, or something. Was it in a blog maybe? I don't know. But they must have chosen to not do those Blitz events yet. But we have another weekend of Weekend Arena Warriors. This is going to give people more chance to get those Thanos Annihilator orbs. Dark Dimension 8 opens on Monday. That is right. We are going to be able to go and start our journey to get the All-Father on Monday. There is a separate blog about Dark Dimension 8. I'll leave that in the description down below. But that blog, again, was a little bit, how can we say, walked back because there was no red stars initially in the blog, apart from on this 2 Valhalla milestone. And the very next day, it turned out that actually there were red stars included in the first time reward and the timed run reward. And speaking of events, next week we have Old Man Logan returning. That is right. He is coming back for his 3rd run. Now, some of you aren't going to be able to do this because you will already have the 7 yellow star one, I'm guessing. But if it is and we are able to do it, brilliant. And some things I think that they've missed out from the blog this week: the strike pass for Gladiator. This is in the data mines, and this was data mined as the next strike pass. However, this is not mentioned in this Friday's blog, so we'll have to take a look and see whether that actually happens on Monday when the strike pass runs out. And also, where's Omega Sentinel's initial release? Would have thought that would have been next week. Again, We'll see where that is. Not mentioned in the blog. I would have thought it would have been available next week, probably around about the same sort of time as Nimrod was, maybe a little bit later. But hey, maybe they might be leaving it a little bit longer before the initial release of the last member of the Orcus team. And let's take a quick look at Autumn Revolution. Where should you be on Monday when all is said and done? So we have had confirmation of the Friday free claim. It is 9,000 points. So you are going to be at a total, hopefully on Monday, of 217,150. Now, there is a little bit extra to what we were originally going to get, I think, because I have now put 30,000 points down for Sentinel Strike, which is the web milestone. It looks like this web milestone is going to be completable, even without having to hoard anything. So that is, I can only say, a good thing, really. So that should end you up at milestone 21. Come back on Monday when we do the proper event video, and we'll see exactly where the math has got us to. And speaking of events, let's take a look at the events for this month long next week. We have Fall of the Mutants. This is going to start on the 16th of September. That's Monday at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST if you're like me in the UK. It is a 7-day event, so it is going to finish on the 23rd of September at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST. And its associated web milestone this time around is called S-Day. Again, running for exactly the same period as Fall of the Mutants. We have a Alliance event again. It is going to start on the 16th of September 2024 at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST. It is a 5-day event. Dark Future, we did this last week. It's the very same thing again. Ignore the part there that I wrote about Omega Sentinel. I was thinking that they might add extra points in for her, but that is not the case. It is only for extra points for raiding with Sentinel and Nimrod. That math I will do on Monday, however, because as we know, last week they changed the points on the tech nodes within the Orcus raid, so we'll see whether they change it again this week. Again, like I said, come back Monday when we will go over all of that once we know all the details. And next week's quick rumble will be Alpha Assault. This is going to start on the 20th of September 2024 at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST if you're like me in the UK, and we'll finish on Sunday the 22nd of December at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST. And this quick rumble, you're going to get points, surprise surprises, as Alpha Assault for using Alpha Flight characters. So let's take a look at the web milestone S-Day. Let's take an initial impressions look at this. In this web milestone, you are getting points for spending Sentinel scrap. Now, these Sentinel scraps are going to be spent on orbs in a store, a bit like the camp tickets that we had a couple of times, back in the Sasquatch event a few months ago. So a very similar sort of process where you will cash in X amount of Sentinel scraps and open an orb, and that orb will give you things. Now, I have based the math on this based on only getting to milestone 8. A bit like last week, we might get to milestone 10. However, I think because the Sentinel cores, which is the month-long currency, finishes at milestone 8, that is roughly where they're saying that we're going to get free to play. And by doing that, that is going to give us a grand total of 28,000 Sentinel scrap. There is another 21,000 Sentinel scraps on the board, but again, I think those are not going to be available for us free-to-play players. It is going to give us 18,000 Sentinel cores towards our month-long milestone as well. There is also some training modules in there, some Dark Health packs if you're going through Dark Dimension 7 or Dark Dimension 8. If you are, if you have indeed got that all sorted, and some Elite 6 credits, but nothing really to overly write home about on this one. And your to-do list for this week, quite simply, is to spend 74,000 Sentinel scrap in the Sentinel scraps trapdoor or whatever it's going to be called on Monday and throughout the week. And those points are going to go to Fall of the Mutants, and the scoring for Fall of the Mutants is to earn 1 Sentinel scrap. That's going to give us 1 point. We're going to be wanting to raid with Sentinel and raid with Nimrod if you have him. Our reasonable free-to-play total, now this might change. This is very subject to change. I've got down as 132,100. This could all be wrong. Again, check back with me on Monday. See, but this is all based off of getting to that 74,000 Sentinel scraps for the web milestone. And your to-do list this week for that is to spend 200 power cores at least on ISO 8 campaign energy, raid with Sentinel, and to collect your daily free claim. Now, we don't know what the daily free claim is at current, but the raiding with Sentinel and spending the 200 power cores on ISO 8 campaign energy daily is gonna, you know, that's what that 132,100 points is made up of. If I was you, just to be on the safe side, I would over this weekend start hoarding some ISO 8 campaign energy if you have not already been doing so. This is very, very important. Will help you get a little bit further in this event, or possibly cover up any shortfalls if the totals are not correct. And where does that 132,000 get you? Well, it gets you all the way down to milestone 16. So that is going to get you all the Sentinel shards. Yes, we have a full Sentinel unlock in this event. That will get you all of those. It will get you all the Sentinel cores, which are the month-long currency, plus the anti-mutant laser, which is the main sort of item that we're aiming for from this event. It will also net you some more of these radioactive treats, along with some T3L1 ions, some Crimson Raid Gear orb fragments, and some T3 ISO 8 credits. I think this is possibly where they are aiming us for as free-to-play players, especially if you have Sentinel unlocked, which you should do through this event, because at milestone 14 you will get Sentinel unlocked. But again, come back here on Monday. I'll have all the proper math for you. We do have some Gladiator Annihilator orbs in this, some Gore Annihilator orbs in this, so more chances to get more Gladiator and Gore shards for your Annihilators, or possibly some Silver Surfer shards. Hey, let's face it, that's probably the more likely shard that you will get out of those orbs. And final thought on this events for next week. I do think we need to be hoarding ISO 8 campaign energy. I don't know if the ratio is going to be exactly what I have put it as. Hopefully it will be. And again, like I said, come back Monday and we'll talk about that. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this week's events coming up. How are you getting on with both Nimrod and Sentinel for your unlocks? I'd love to hear from you all down in the comments below. If you found this content helpful, please do consider giving it a like and sharing it with your alliance mates. And remember, until next time, everyone, stay positive.